There are places on Earth where a single wrong step can become the last step of your life. Some people have to climb a deadly mountain just to get home. Others live on tiny settlements floating in the middle of the sea. Some survive in freezing temperatures that can numb your bones. Others breathe toxic air every day, and a few live so far away from the rest of humanity that they are almost completely cut off from the world. In these places, danger isn't an accident. It's simply part of everyday life. Yet people continue to adapt, survive, and build their lives in places where living should be almost impossible. These are the most dangerous settlements on Earth. Ganvier. There is no solid ground beneath this village, not even a single flat road. Floating on the muddy waters of Lake Nokue in West Africa is an entire city that almost feels magical. Thousands of wooden poles driven deep into the lakebed hold up homes, schools, markets, and temples. An entire community survives above the water. There are no streets here. Children learn to paddle a canoe before they even learn to walk. Brightly painted boats serve as floating shops where local Tafinu women run their businesses from sunrise to sunset. But life on the water is far from peaceful. When salty seawater enters the lake, fish begin to disappear, threatening the village's main source of food and income. During powerful storms, the old wooden pillars, already weakened after years underwater, shake violently beneath every house. On nights like these, the whole city feels as if it's waiting to sink beneath the water. Shinijai Cliff Store. Imagine a tiny wooden shop hanging from the side of a towering red cliff, hundreds of feet above the ground. It sounds like a fantasy. But in China's Hunan province, the Shinijai Cliff Store is very real. Here, even the smallest mistake can be fatal. Every day, brave workers suspend themselves from safety ropes to serve exhausted climbers. They aren't doing it to make a fortune. The goal is simply to help people. That's why a bottle of water costs only around 30 cents. Every purchase is made while literally hanging in midair. Dariaboyi. The Taklamakan Desert is one of the harshest places on Earth. Just hearing its name makes you think of endless heat and unbearable thirst. Yet hidden deep inside this sea of sand lies an incredible oasis called Dariaboyi. Surrounded by ancient golden poplar trees, this tiny village feels like a secret treasure lost in the desert. Outside its borders, violent sandstorms rage across the dunes, while temperatures swing wildly between scorching days and freezing nights. Still, the people here never gave up. For generations, they have survived by relying on a hidden underground water source, the last gift from a river that vanished into the desert long ago. Their mornings begin with bread baked beneath hot sand and warm cups of salty milk tea. A way of life that has almost disappeared everywhere else still survives here. Baoshan Stone City. Now imagine a town where almost everything is carved from a single giant rock. This is Baoshan Stone City, an ancient fortress village built by the Naxi people. The walls, pillars, beds, kitchens, and even the bathtubs are carved directly from stone. Surrounded on three sides by steep cliffs, there are still no easy roads leading here. Supplies reach the village the same way they have for generations, on the backs of people and mules. Instead of fighting nature, the people of Baoshan learned to live with it. They turned solid rock into a remarkable place to call home. Frying Pan Tower. Far out in the Atlantic Ocean, where the sea is at its most violent, stands Frying Pan Tower. It rises above one of the most dangerous stretches of water off the coast of North Carolina. Beneath the waves lie hidden sandbars and unpredictable currents that have swallowed hundreds of ships over the centuries. After decades of punishment from salt water and powerful storms, the steel structure has become rusty and fragile. The deck is full of holes, the railings are worn and broken. One careless step in the darkness could send you straight into the freezing Atlantic below. And getting onto the tower is an adventure by itself. There are no stairs. Instead, visitors must ride a swinging platform through powerful ocean winds, suspended high above the water. Atula Village. Technology may have reached this village. Even 5G signals can find their way here. But getting home is still a life-threatening journey. For the people of Atula Village, The only path home is a staircase of nearly 2,500 steel steps attached to the side of a vertical cliff. Before the staircase was built, villagers had to spend more than 3 hours climbing broken wooden ladders just to reach the outside world. Some sections rise at angles of 70 to 90 degrees. Looking down reveals nothing but an endless drop. Here, one slip doesn't mean injury. It means disappearing forever into the abyss. Abuna Yamata-gu. Would you dare risk your life just to pray? Yes. Then welcome to Abuna Yamata-gu, one of the most dangerous churches on Earth. Perched nearly 8,200 feet above sea level on top of a towering sandstone pillar, church feels like a hidden kingdom among the clouds. There are no stairs, no ropes, no safety rails. The only way up is by climbing the sheer rock face with your bare hands and feet. Inside, priceless manuscripts written on goatskin have survived for centuries, but one mystery remains unsolved. How did people carry these sacred treasures to such an impossible height hundreds of years ago? Itokortormi. At the very edge of the world, where civilization seems to fade into endless ice, lies Itokortormi in eastern Greenland. For nearly 9 months every year, the surrounding sea freezes solid, cutting this remote settlement off from the outside world. Supply ships can no longer reach it. All that remains is an endless landscape of white snow, towering black mountains, and complete silence. Fewer than 350 people call this place home. In fact, sled dogs often outnumber the people. But the greatest danger isn't the isolation. As climate change melts the Arctic ice, hungry polar bears are forced to wander closer to the village in search of food. That's why almost no one locks their front door. If danger suddenly appears, anyone can rush inside the nearest house to save their life. San Mencia underground village. From above, it looks like an ordinary field. Peaceful, quiet, nothing seems unusual. But beneath the surface lies an entire hidden world. Around 20 to 23 feet below the ground in China's Henan province, thousands of underground courtyard homes have been carved into the soft, lowest soil. There are more than 100,000 of these homes. At the center of almost every courtyard stands a single fruit tree. It isn't just decoration. It quietly marks the location of each hidden home, helping people avoid falling into the deep courtyards after dark. For nearly 4,000 years, generations have lived beneath the earth, preserving one of the world's oldest underground communities. Key Monastery. Rising high above the cold desert of the Himalayas, at an altitude of nearly 13,400 feet, stands the breathtaking Key Monastery. Built like a mountain fortress, it once protected monks from invading armies and wandering raiders. Today, it appears like a white castle floating among the clouds. Step inside and you'll find a maze of narrow hallways, ancient murals, sacred thangka paintings, and handwritten manuscripts that have survived for centuries. The silence here feels timeless, as if the outside world has simply stopped. Blagaj at the foot of a towering cliff in Bosnia and Herzegovina, where one of Europe's most powerful natural springs bursts straight out of solid rock, stands the centuries-old Blagaj. Every second, nearly 43,000 liters of crystal-clear water thunder past the monastery before flowing into a stunning turquoise pool. For hundreds of years, floods, landslides, and the relentless force of nature have threatened this peaceful place. Yet somehow, it continues to stand. Almost as if the mountain itself refuses to let it fall. Shash. Longyearbyen. There is one town where polar bears are considered a greater presence than people. Welcome to Longyearbyen. Located on Norway's Svalbard archipelago, this Arctic settlement is home to around 20,400 people, while thousands of polar bears roam the surrounding wilderness. Leaving town without proper protection can be extremely dangerous. In many situations, carrying a rifle isn't just recommended, it's a matter of survival. Life here follows a rhythm unlike anywhere else on Earth. For 4 months, the sun never sets. Then, for another 4 months, darkness takes over completely. But today, the greatest threat isn't the cold, it's the warming planet. The frozen ground that supported this town for thousands of years is slowly beginning to thaw. As the permafrost weakens, buildings, roads, and the future of the settlement itself face an uncertain fate. These places remind us that human survival isn't only about comfort or technology. It's about courage, it's about adaptation, and it's about the incredible determination to call even the world's harshest places home.